What is up, legends? We are back, and what I wanted to do is hype impressions. Now we are going global in this game in about 7 hours, actually. I think. So this is my account after I was done with everything, and I've been kind of coasting, obviously, because there's disadvantages to playing this game early SEA because it has that 2 or 3 second lag every time you do stuff, which is fine, but it made it not that much fun for me to actually cover it. So I just played it, offline, basically. Well, not offline, but I just didn't do videos on it. But I still necessarily had my account and built things. And this is where we're at with me playing passively. I play like an hour a day alongside with other things, and this is where I got. And what I got, all I have is the battle pass right now. Everything else is just straight up what I did. And the reason why I got the battle pass is because it has some quality of life on a few things that are interested. And no, I don't want to do this. No. Mainly here. And what it does is allow you to skip gates a whole lot easier. However, you don't necessarily have to do that. The main reason I did it is because you have that that lag in between that I hated and everything else like that. So you don't necessarily worry about that. Free to play, you can just go into the highest possible thing that you can do to make it skippable if you want, or which for me is current difficulty 16. When I feel like actually sitting and playing though, then I go all the way up to the 22 that I was at before. It's at 23 now. But I would go to 22 so I can get the best possible drops, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Best possible drops right here on this S rank gate is just this type of stuff. However, if you go to the highest that you can possibly go to, and you can do that anytime, as long as your free scan is free. I wouldn't use currency on that. You can if you want to, but that's just a waste of currency. Don't do that. So now you see we have a bunch of purple gates right here, and if you go into the purple gate, you notice that there's a bunch of currencies, some to level up your shadow army, some to limit break you, which is right here. This is gear, which is just like your normal gear stuff that here. This is pretty much everything right here, and this is designs which allow you to actually break, I believe, either weapons or skills, one of the two. And then over here, a high level gate right here. You see, my power is not even at that gate right now. That's crazy. But notice that it drops the yellow gear, and it's all the gear again, which is very nice. Now over here sideways, you want to pay attention to this. You want to do this as much as you can, which is the reason why you stay online, just to keep continuously doing this. This is gates. It's kind of like your passive content, which allows you to get gold, and you get your mining up, which, as you can see, you get more gold, you get more mining time, additional rewards, less mining time rather. You just want to keep doing that because that just makes your idle over here a whole lot better. This is technically an idle system. All right, so do that and just head out, and then bam, the game does have a traditional idle system right here, which is this young lady. Where is she at? Actually right here, activity funds. You head over in here, and then bam, this will get better and better as you do stages, and you reach a tier, as you can see. This is where we're at right now. Also, when you get the battle pass, you see you get bonus time and bonus gold, which essentially makes you level and get gold a little bit faster. Me personally, every once in a while I'll buy gold in the store because there's a point in the store where you can just use currency to buy gold if you don't want to use it on as soon as it loads. Is it bonus? I'll talk about those in a second. Here it is. Right, as you see, I already purchased for the day the gold on support mini pack. It comes with 100k gold and 3 12-hour gold packs. You can just use your normal currency, purple currency. You don't need the diamonds. I got diamonds basically from the battle pass. That's gonna sit there for a while. I don't really want to do that. Oh, I didn't do this. I leveled up yesterday. Nice. It's very useful because it is very expensive to build your characters. Like probably one gear piece up to level 60 is probably 250k, might be more depending on how unlucky you are with the limit breaks on your weapons, because limit breaking in this game actually has a chance to fail because I don't know why companies do that. There's just no reason to do that. So monthly bundles, as you can see right here, this is what you get, and you get one of the 10 summons, one ticket, daily summon ticket, free special draw sweep. Essence is if we care about that, this is the summon currency, and you can use it on other things, but I usually tend to only do that for gold packs, and when I decide that I actually want to summon. Here's how much your diamonds is. I've never done this, so this will probably be here for a while unless they get like a collab character that I feel that I got to have. But the max on that is actually a pretty good at 70. I've never actually seen Netmarble do just 70. I don't know if it's just because this is an SEA and they might go up to like 90 or 100, but for right now, where it's at right now, it's on 70. That's a pretty good benefit in all this. And this is just like your normal stuff right here. I don't do any of this, so I'll probably never get all the way to the end. This gun is relatively cool and okay, but I'm probably never going to do that. Have your missions right here, so when you want to get, like, if you're done with all the chapters, I'm done with story pack 1, but you know, obviously I've never done this. This is what you get for all that, so technically you end up with, so this is 20, so 7 times 5 is 35. Plus this one is 45, 55, 65 summons, basically, right there. And you have story pack 2, which is towards the end. I think I've done all of that as well. And the 15 plus that is 32. And then you get runes, which is definitely useful because you put runes on the main character. Then story pack 3, which you see I haven't done 15 yet. This is what we get over here right there, 15, 32, 47. And then this is heroic blessing stones, which you can actually use as well. Have your battle mission achievements, which I've done most of all this. Matter of fact, I've done all of that. What you get right there. Battle mission 2. Essentially, this is just rewarding you for playing the game, and if you want to come in and actually do these packs, it doesn't time out. It's just always here. This is just how normally does this stuff. It's literally here forever until you decide that you want to actually spend on it. You can just ignore it forever as well. Now the job changes right here. I've done all the job changes already. However, this uses the paid currency. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Over here, the special, which I showed some of this already. This is paid currency over here where you see the diamonds. But you do have the Hunter starter pack right here, which you can actually spend on, which is really not that bad. That's the premium summon right there for only $7. This starter pack right here is actually a very good deal. But me personally, if you're gonna do something in this game, and you can do it with your Google Play points, because that's what I did. Get the battle pass. The battle pass is 100% worth actually doing because it makes your life more streamlined, more quality of life. And if I'm going to suggest anything in this game, it's going to be that. You have the relay packs. Most companies have relay packs, and it's up to you if you decide that you want to do that. It really actually is 120 summons. So like this character that you see on the screen right here, she's actually coming global. Like when it launches global. So if you're interested in her, have at the relay pack. Actually no, she's gonna be limited, so that she's not gonna be on it. She's gonna be in those rainbow tickets. But you can get everybody else. And this is your level 10 through 60 achievement type of thing. I haven't got 65 yet, obviously. But this is what you can use, and this is actual paid currency. Again, diamonds, if you see fit. Like I could do the level 10 one, and it's gonna give me that. But is it worth it? I'm pretty sure I can wait and find something else more useful. Or I can just buy something else, because I'm probably not gonna go all the way up to that anyway. Like over time I might do it because of the battle pass, because I like the battle pass. But then you have the celebration shop right here, which will actually still be live when all you guys get into the game. You get special draw tickets. I've done a few of those. That's about it. And other things that it's up to you, because it's kind of, some of this stuff is important to use, but you can farm it other places, except I don't think you can farm mana power extract unless I haven't found that yet. But everything else you see we can get from other places, and up to you if you want to go ahead. Weapon exchanges: if you win, you get weapons. You have a surplus of weapons, you can break down weapons. SR weapons will turn into mana power. The silver ones is just all the normal weapons that you can break down, and you can come in here. You'll be using this every once in a while, especially on these or these player skills down here. Mana crystals is the gate when you farm in the gate. But for the most part, what I get is the Encore keys, because when you go into the Encore dungeons, what ends up happening is that you can get more tries. Also, the battle pass allows you to do 3 of the dungeons at the same time, which means it counts 3 times for one dungeon instead of 2, which allows you to farm a lot quicker. And I just come in and buy these every day because I farm gates all the time passively, so I just have currency all the time to buy them every day, matter of fact, so I don't forget. Also, gold is a problem in this game, and one of the ways that you can farm gold is, I'm just going to tell you now because it's one of the only ways to farm gold, essentially, is make sure that you do your instance and your encore every day, and all the unused artifacts, sell them. That's how you get gold. You have rock, paper, scissors, which is one of the special events going on right now. All right. So we have Sung Jinwoo, which is obviously the main character of the game, and you can build him however way you want to. If you want him to be range, you can build him as range. You want him to be melee, you can build him as melee. If you want him to be a tank, you can build him as tank. But the only thing that he really can't do is be a healer, because that doesn't make any sense, because he's the MC and he's normally out there to fight. So there's that. For me, what I do personally, you don't have to do this, is I want him to break all the time. So my 2 skills are always break skills. He has Death's Dance right here, which causes him to dash forward and slice around him. And then he has Crushing Blow, which, as you can see, is just a really quick skill. It allows me to go in and land a good attack and just keep going. Most of your damage anyway, for me, comes from your weapons and your weapon skills. So I just want him, when it's on the boss, I want him to break as soon as possible, like all the time. So that's what those skills are. This skill, True for Mutilate, which you get about your 3rd limit break, just it takes off, like it wipes out a whole wave if you're fighting waves. And then a boss, it usually takes out like literally like 10 health bars on the boss. It's amazing. It's just lit. I don't see any reason to use anything else. Once you get it, just give it skill points and you win. Weapon wise is up to you as far as how you want to go about using him. For me, I like the whole demonic flower sword gameplay. Is medium to close range on the sword. The way that he slashes, it does animation lock you sometime, but you can animation cancel out of it by weapon swapping, by skill attacking, by dodging. So it's just up to you to kind of like pay attention. The final attack where he slashes locks him into place, and the same thing on his special attack, it will actually do that. I'll show you many ways to actually combat that and go through things. And as far as the Demon King sword is, these are just the weapons that I've gotten. Basically, it wasn't that much of a choice in that matter. But I did start with the demonic flower sword on reroll. I got that, in the character that I wanted to get, so I just stayed with that and rocked with it after many rerolls. And yeah, your actual hunters, or again whoever you want to go into using, this is who I started with, Sung Jinwoo, because I obviously I just like her, light skin, dark skin lolly waifu. Oh no, I said lolly. She gives you all the dye in the world, and she's just a fun character to actually use. Also, a lot of enemies in this game are weak to water. So, and it's because there's so many enemies that are fire enemies. So she gets to counter a lot of stuff and do a lot of damage to bosses. There's actually a lot of bosses that are weak to fire too. And she's one of my favorite characters to actually use. My actual favorite character to use is Nam Jae-young, and the reason why is because she freezes enemies and does good damage. So she stops mechanics basically, and if you're struggling or if you're underpowered in a fight, she allows you to cheese basically because she freezes them, right? And then I can just come in and throw out my Shadow Monarch army or whatever else, or come in and set up my my swaps to get extra buffs out on teams and things like this. I was using Choi Jung-in for a while, but I kind of went off from using him that way. I'm still using him, but in between places where it becomes better, is actually more beneficial for me to use Nam. Min Byung-gu is my actual healer, obviously, because he's the only other healer in the game besides Lee Jo-lee, and there's no reason to really use her with him existing. Now, these characters all came out, like, I didn't pay to win for this. This stuff just actively comes out, and you have a pity, as long as you're farming tickets, that eventually stuff will just come out. You just have to make sure that you're a 3-star in stages and then 100% in stages. I didn't do everything, but I did enough, and they gave enough that these are the characters that I have right now. Now, the best character that you probably want to start out with is this lovely young lady, and she has like the cutest. Do it. Here I am. That is cute. Now, I actually just got her like 3 or 4 days ago, so I don't even have time to build her. But you want to start, if you can, with Emma. She's not my favorite, but arguably you definitely want to start with her. And the reason why you want to start with her is because she breaks and she shields, in heals. That's one thing that Shield doesn't do. She shields, but she shields off of her passive tag-in, which is her assist, and she shields off of one of her combos, which is actually pretty strong, which is the reason why I have her gear.
Okay, no mistakes. Check.
I have her in the Paris gear to enhance that shield, and built her towards defense, and on the right hand side is Beast. While I was trying, I don't have the earrings, but Beast to improve her damage, because she actually does a lot of damage for a tank. Emma basically does her damage off of breaking and putting out fire, which basically is going to put a DOT on the enemy, and she gets the shield, like I said, and she gets the healing on top of that, which makes her useful. But like I said, there's a lot of fire enemies in this game, so Emma gets countered a lot by that, and is less effective in that. When they put more enemies that are weak to fire, then Emma's going to pull out ahead, in my opinion. And she's, again, like I said, you're probably going to want to start with her because obviously she's going to have to break and everything else. She makes things a little bit easier, but I found playing through with her, she counters a whole lot more enemies, especially bosses, because they're fire. And she just does a good job, and she doesn't take a lot of damage. And the same thing with Nam. She's ice, and she's going to counter, or she's water ice, and she's going to counter, and she's going to freeze, which makes me just directly, if I know an enemy about to do something, I'm like, oh, you about to do that little circle on the ground right there? No, you're not, freeze. If I have her ultimate on check, you're not doing it. Like, reset that counter, like combo breaker. She's one of the only characters that can do that, besides Jin, because he has the demon sword, and you can actually parry with that demon sword, and he can counter and knock them out of it. But Nam just straight says you don't get to play, which is amazing. So you actually get Woo Jin Chu for free. Basically, I got Lee for free as well. Just came in, and that's it for my characters right now. Everybody else is just normal SR characters right here. We do have Silvermane out here, but I just like keeping my stuff because I'm just waiting for the character after him, which is the MC's chick. I'll just say that. I'm just waiting for her. I'm not that interested in him, even though he's a pretty cool character in concept and everything. Like, pretty cool, amazing character, but not into it. Not into it. I have enough, and darkness units, I already have a darkness unit, and the MC is a darkness unit. Well, you can make them that way. It's like whatever weapon you have, you can put gear on to actually make that useful. So Army of Shadows, and I do apologize if this is talky. I'm just breaking down everything so you know what you're getting into, and that's the whole point of these in-depth videos. Army of Shadows, essentially what happens at a point in the game, I think around, what is it, chapter 10 or 11, you get the ability to get shadows where you get Ignis, or Igris rather, when you fight Igris. I think it's 13, maybe 12, whatever chapter you fight, you pretty much get him first. Ooh, I can upgrade him. Upgrade. What ends up happening is, nice, is they come out. No, we're not doing that. They can come out and they fight for like maybe 10 or 15 seconds, and they end up being like this extra help for you. And essentially what you can do is you can use them as a boss counter too. Like if a boss is throwing a whole bunch of stuff out, or he has some type of help that will be annoying, like if they have those annoying tornadoes that some bosses actually use, or if they have fire things, what you can use is you can use the army to absorb that, and the tornado will go after that while you beat the hell out of the boss, and the boss actually will be paying attention to the shadows as well, especially if you have these two guys right here, the bear and the guy in the front. They're both tanks, and they both draw attention of whatever they're fighting, which is the reason why I have them out there with Igris. You can actually go for blades as well if you want to go more DPS, but I found that these guys work extremely well because they draw the attention and allow me to just be a complete badass. Now you are limited in how much you can use them. You have to farm shards, and in the shard system, basically, pretty much doing stages will do that. So game modes, we have normal story mode, and the way the story mode actually works is you can just come in and do various things. There will be points, right, where you can actually do story modes with other characters, and that usually sucks because they give you base characters unless you have a character that's better built, which in most cases you should try to better build the characters, unless you don't have the resources to do that, because you'll be underpowered for most of it because the characters they give you suck. You see like level 50 compared to my characters. The best thing that you can actually do is bring in like an OP character and try to carry your way through this if you can, or if you have a better version of the character, it'll imprint the better version. But if you don't have a better version, it'll use their version. It used to not work like that. You used to be able to imprint over the top of it, and it will actually put in like your level 1 character, which was a nightmare. They fixed that. It doesn't do that anymore. But that's how that works. And you just do story. Story is the best way to get EXP in the game, by the way. Just push your way through the story. Like I said, you can do things and do your best to actually get the trophies. I stopped caring for the most part. I'll go back and actually do the trophies later for the most part. But for the most part, that's how you get to the story. Hard mode is the same way. Actually, we're in hard mode right now. Hard mode is essentially the same way. It's just a little bit harder, and you do that. This is normal mode over here. Both sides work the same way. And you see we're at the end right there, which I hit that button I shouldn't have. But yeah, You have gates, which I showed you already. This is like where you just come over here, you farm this, and you definitely want to do all these stages, knock out all your keys, head over here, and then just start farming. And the more you farm, the higher it gets, the more rewards you get. And this one, make sure that you farm all your gates to get more rewards. It's just that simple. You have your hunter archive, which is pretty quick to do this. Basically, it's just free currency. You get 50 every time you do a stage where there's a story or a thing. We don't have any more than just these two, and that's why I'm maxed on keys. There's like really not much I can do. As you can see, it's complete. You don't get anything else for it. That's it. Encore missions. So what Encore missions allow you to farm your artifacts and your gear, and it's either going to be your first set, which you go all the way up to tier 8, as you can see, and I believe this stops at 35. And then over here on this side, this goes all the way up to I believe 50. You have a chance to drop any of them. That one's annoying. I don't feel like doing that. So we'll go to team 2. So we get the royal counter and actually get some fighting going in. So Cerebus is an interesting thing. I'm actually going to literally do the Cerebus fight in front of you and explain him. Very first thing you want to try to do is fire in your face like that. Get that swipe going. We're going to build up her stuff. Let him just go where he's going to go. Try to stay out of his fire. All right, so we'll get Nam out. See that? No, I told you that freeze. And on top of that, and she breaks. Look at his break bar. No, sir. All right, let's break him.
I'm sure something's coming.
No, I'm not gonna get it.
What if I mess up?
Let him do what he's gonna do. Just stay away from him. And then over here is just simple, move away from it. Let him do it. Be patient. And we got him broken. These are special. Let Nam come out. Hopefully get a freeze. We got the freeze.
Now we're fighting back, huh?
All right. Stay away from this. Just let him do it.
Don't get in my way.
You will die if you get hit by that. Let him have fun. Watch out for his that, and he's gonna do a hype beam eventually.
You can't dodge. Now we're fighting back, huh?
Here's the hype beam. All right, there's this thing. Stay away from it. Just let him do it. Stay out the fire. Uh-oh. Nice, Nim. Dead. See?
What's my next target?
Nam just don't let them play. Nam be like, oh, you gonna, no, you're not. you gonna, no, you're not. You're not doing anything. And as you can see, you got gloves. These Dragon Knight gloves, are they good? Defense? No, they're not good. Flat stats, ill. And increase given, that's for like healer. This is a DPS set, so that's automatically trash. So that's getting sold. Black Lion defense, got attack percent and defense penetration, good. MP consumption additional, okay. Not bad on that. What about these almighty Calgon? I would like to get this on the MC because that'd be amazing. But I never get any gold ones. Like it just, I guess I gotta scale up. But the way I fight him, which is the safe way, I guess I gotta be more reckless. And I get a third ice person. I get timed out in the one above, so maybe I need to get more DPS or whatever else. But it is. I win like this, so I'm okay with that. I'll just increase DPS from there. But as you can see, I spent 3 right now, and that's because of the battle pass. This right here is what I was talking about, what frustrates me when it comes. That's why I didn't want to do videos. I'm just dealing with it now, and hopefully when it comes global, we don't have to do that. Spider is the same type of thing. I'm just not going to do that on the pro on the video. Instance is the same type of way. You got to fight Iris, and then these Printer things are not gonna do that. We see me fight. Actually, I will, because I get to actually use him. Same thing here. I eventually get timed out. That's of course, it's according to DPS and however you want to actually do this. I mean, I guess we could do this. We'll do a formation one. So you get to see how I use MC. All right.
Stronger than I imagined.
The same thing with these guys. They don't break, so you don't have to necessarily worry like that. So I just stay close to mid on him, just make sure I don't get hit by his nonsense. This stuff. He's going to eventually tag out. And I block it like I just did right there. And that's what this sword does, which is pretty lit. When you get a successful parry, let him jump, because he's going to do that. And he's going to jump in the middle. Go ahead, do it. Let him.
I'll shred you. Time for a counter. An opening. Flash.
Can't see. You see it now. The army's tanking him. Allow me. No, you're not. Where'd you go? I just say you ain't hitting me with that crap. All your ads are dead, son.
Unworthy opponent.
Yeah, I almost flat killed him.
Red flower technique type
When you get a chance to use red flower while the boss is doing nonsense,
it's no use.
take advantage.
This is the end.
What?
You can't avoid it.
I didn't see that he did that.
Time for a counter.
The strongest healer has appeared.
Got a parry.
I see it all. Too slow. This is the
And
end.
yes, they are both out at the same time, being annoying.
Red flower technique type 1. Falling plums.
Just get away from it. There's no reason to be gangster.
The strongest healer has appeared.
This is the end. This is the end. Flash.
Dead. I didn't even notice I killed the redwood. I thought he was still alive.
Rise.
Oh well. Nice. What is it? Behemoth and his dark damage, yo. Let's go. Now I can use this on somebody. I can use it on the MC actually. When attacking enemies, 40% or less increases that. I mean, Not really. It is dark damage though. Nah, I don't want the MC to be that low. All right, so let's see if we got anything good here. Behemoth bracelet though. I mean necklace. Ooh, a red eye with HP, critical damage, and additional attack. That's actually good. This is good. This red eye necklace right here. That's a keeper. All right. Now, this is just my style. You don't have to do things my way. I just like, in my opinion, to control. And I'm controlling the narrative in the fight. Like the fight's going the way I want to go. You see, I was never in any type of a real danger. For me, the only thing is get enough DPS to move up in the tiers, and that's basically me just building characters. And when I have a goal to build, building my character and getting more DPS and limit breaking my weapons. And this is where you're gonna reach the grind of the game, because this right here is not necessarily hard to do. You just have to go to the highest possible gate and then hope that it drops, or you can get it in events. You see, dungeon break. It has to be from a dungeon break, which is the purple gate, the highest possible gate for you. And then you have the weapon exchange, which you have to break down weapons to actually do that. Which don't necessarily just break down every weapon you see, because you're gonna need them to limit break them and get them good weapons. In most cases, it's better, especially when it comes to your hunters, to use weapons, the SR weapons early, and then later on start to use the SSR weapons once you build them up. And the reason why is because they get a hell of a lot of precision basically for getting built up. And what precision basically does, it builds your base damage across the board, and on top of that, you're getting like really built up character weapon parts, as you guys can see like right here. And that actually allows you to end up in a good place. So I graduated out of that with these two characters. One, this is his, and over here, this is total defense right here on this, and she needs defense, so that's what I went with over here. Now, as far as this character, he's the healer, and I'm not really having him out there for that type of stuff, so I'd rather him just basically be on precision. If I get to the point where I can start getting like this powered up, which I just got 2, then I'll swap that out for this. It just so happened that this came out that many particular times, so I'm just using that. Or we can swap over to power gauge, acquisition rate, and then start having that get powered up even more. So you just want to just whatever it's gonna focus on. Is just so happen for me, this is what ended up being. That's one of the reasons why I didn't go to 60, because it's going to cost a lot to actually do that. That's a third of my currency, right? My gold currency right now, just to do that for a character that's just really not really out there to attack. So just keep that in mind. And obviously you want the MC's weapons to be as strong as they could possibly be. If you want range, he has a good range comparison, and I actually have the 2 weapons for that. I don't have the sniper rifle though, or the pistols. The pistols aren't really ranged though. They kind of suck for that. Obviously they're pistols, but the sniper rifle, the SR sniper rifle, is amazing. And I guess the shoddy pistol weapon that you can actually get is actually pretty good too. But Orb of Avarice is amazing. Like, it shouldn't even be a freak. It's, for one, it's storyline wise, it should be an SSR weapon. I don't know why it's an SR weapon, because he used it so much, and there's so much anime and manga lore behind this one item that it's weird that they made it an SR. But I guess. But it's an amazing weapon too, because it's just literally a mob clear. You just throw it out, they just kill everything. And especially when it's powered up. That I did that on my first account. I didn't get one until like recently, so I got kind of ad out on that. And I got the Grimoire recently too. And once you do most of the mission story stuff, you get this for free, basically. So I wouldn't even select this and the summons because you're just gonna get it for free. If it come out, it come out. But I got this basically for free, and then that's anything. I didn't get anything else. There's new daggers right now in the store, which I'll show at the end with the summons. But yeah. All right, so we had the Battlefield of Trials and the Battlefield of Time. Battlefield of Trials is basically kind of the tower section, and you have the tower section. As you can see, this is where I stopped at. I probably could finish this right now, but the problem with this is that this is where the lag shows its head the most. Like going in between stages, and I'll be like, nope, I can't. I'll be frustrated. So this is where I stopped at. And you can do it for hunters, and you can do it for your MC. This is where I stopped at. Well, I think this is like a thing I can actually do now because I have 2 water units for this, so that'll be useful. I probably can go all the way to the end for this as well. But you get rewards for this, and you can actually see the rewards each one, which is nice of them. You see, we get summons right there for this one. Next one, 110. A lot of gold in here, by the way, so you definitely want to go through it from all useful. It only goes up to 30. Battlefield of Time is kind of like just a group thing where you just come in and you want to just do as many stages as you can and knock things out. I need to do tiers on this when I get a chance to, but I'm just gonna wait for global because I don't want to go through lag. I kind of like passively do things. And then you have the Power of Destruction, which is probably one of the more lit things to do in this game. And going to be the last thing that I actually show, because this is the raid boss. Auto form. And as you can see, remember I told you that a lot of things in this game are countered, which is why I said these 2 characters, like you counters, there's at least probably like 30 to 40% of the bosses are fire bosses or something like that. It's like you just, like it's really imbalanced when it comes to that. So that's why these characters are like, they're so good for this type of stuff. Raid boss time. And they all fight with you, which is extremely lit. You get all their passives. Nah. Bring that hand down here. Give me that hand. Pause. I still got hit by that. So you want my healer heals? Nice. Am I standing in it? I am.
It's no use.
Late parry. Yeah, late parry.
This is the end. Red flower technique type 1. Falling blood loss. Enough of it.
Nah, I cancel that. Now, one thing you will also notice is that
You're an unworthy opponent.
your special has iframe.
Flash.
Close. That was early? Really?
This is the end.
Her shit. Yeah, her shit'll last a long time. You see, the shield is out now. Got the homie. Homie healing. I don't know what that's going over there, but I don't want to know.
This is the end. This is the end.
Thank you, camera. I really appreciate that. Trying to make me throw up.
This is the end.
Got it.
Too slow.
Get down here. Got a special for the ass.
This is the end. It's no use. This is the end. Time for a counterattack. Flash.
Trying to knock him down so I can special his face.
Red flower technique type 1. Falling flies. Flash.
Alright, whatever. Ran out of time.
You're an unworthy opponent. This is the end.
Out of time anyway. And then he does an epic 7. Or epic 7 boss. Just blow up the whole. Remember Epic 7 did that? Like, bro, we can wish that we can fight an Epic 7 that long. I hope this goes away. Oh, I got number 1. Okay. Nice. If I had blades, I probably would have did a little bit better because. And then I failed like 3 straight parries. The parry would have did better too. But I got all the rewards, so that's all that matters. Right. So as far as everything else, that's kind of like about it right now. I've showed you everything that I could show you to get you kind of like into it. Let you see how you know, somebody who's been playing for a long time what I did. And I'm by no means hardcore. I just want to point that out. I have not been playing religiously every day. I haven't been going hard or anything like this. This is just me passively playing. This is what, you know, the whole month that we've been playing on this, the early access. This is what passive looks like right now. So you guys are gonna be like hardcore. You're gonna be like way stronger than me. But I definitely I did it like this on purpose because I knew I was going to do this particular video to get you guys a good in-depth look at everything and how it looks. And realistically, you can do what I did without getting the battle pass. The battle pass just made things easier. I didn't do anything else besides the battle pass, and that allowed me to to play passively and just basically be lazy. Basically. So when I always say pay to be lazy, that's what the battle pass did. Pay to be lazy. And yeah, so the last thing that we will touch on, because we looked at, actually we didn't look at everything, but I kind of did it. Challenges, you push yourself through and you get a bunch of rewards. You just want to do it for the most part, because it's just going to take you through the game and teach you the game. You see, I'm like at the end of it right now. Just need to do it for the most part. I just need to do hypothesis and everything like that. You have crafting. Magic's teams is self-explanatory. You have crafting and fusion. Crafting is a relatively easy to understand. If you had the items and you know where to go, it'll literally tell you where to go, by the way. You can do it. The same thing with the weapons. You can farm this as with a higher level type of stuff, doing the higher level dungeons, so that's relatively easy. Fusion, as you guys can see, you get rune fragments, and as you farm red gates, you can use it with skill runes, or you can shop for it. But mainly it's red gates, so you always want to look out for the red gates and try to get the rune fragments, because that's how you get the runes onto the main character's skills. You see that I have plenty of it right now, and the reason why is because I'm less concentrated on that and more concentrated on my gear right now, because that's more expensive right now. Like, you can sprinkle it in here and there. Also pay attention to these, because there's no reason not to do them. It's just free currency. Give me that free currency. Just spam through it. Give me that free currency. Thank you. Anybody else? Nobody else. Thanks. Bye. And yeah, special commission, which is essentially just killing monsters, and you just go along the lines and get free stuff. Super self-explanatory. You have the armory, which you get these from the gate, and I don't have enough of those right now. You get those from some in the gate. It just gives you power, basically, for the items that you actually get. So the more items that you get, more power you get. There's free currency. You can also enhance it as well. So bam, if you want to. But I just open up slots first. Just save it, open up slots. But you can enhance the weapon if you want to. Up to you. His power. And then this is basically as your teams get stronger and you push yourself through, like it'll take the strongest characters out of course your MC, but it'll take your strongest characters and combine that together for your the total highest team power, and then you get rewards for doing that. So building your whole team across the board, which is another reason why I'm doing this, you get 10k plus currency for actually doing it. Pretty lit. Yeah, community tutorial, if you go into it, when you're doing it early game, there's a bunch of currency in here. Obviously, I've done most all the tutorials, so definitely pay attention to that. It's going to be tedious clicking through it, but yeah, you can just go ahead and do it. Rock, paper, scissors is pretty simple. What you want to do is go off probability. So I know hand in the middle, which I guess is this hand, will beat that fist. But fist will beat scissors. I don't have any missions right. Oh, I do. Okay, so let's just get this right now. Hopefully it gives me. It did. So it's going to be a probability. It's either going to be fist or it's going to be scissors. So knowing that, I'm going to go with this. And I won. It's basically a 50-50 right there. And you know that you're going to basically beat scissors with fist. So you just... All right, so then it resets back to this, and now you know it's most likely not going to be fist. It's either going to be a hand or scissors. I mean, I keep saying fist, but rock. It's not going to be rock because she only has 1 of those, so she's probably going to pick one of the other ones. So she has not picked hand. So let's go with that. I'm gonna go with scissors to see if we win. All right, she went with that. So she knocked one of those out now. Which a draw resets your win. So you automatically like that. So I'm gonna go with that again because again now she only just has. I'm gonna do this again. Which again, that's another win. Which you don't get anything because I lost my win streak. Actually, I didn't. All right, so this is the toss up right here. So I have two. It's a 33% chance right here. So I'm gonna go with this. She thought the same thing. So that ended up being a draw. So I actually can't. I don't have any things to actually counter that fist. So I have to literally hope that she's gonna go with scissors to get my 4-1. Which she didn't. So we got another draw again, which is fine. And I can just counter that. So this is going to be a 4-winning streak now. Actually, no. It reset. I was right. It did reset. I lost it. I was just looking at the 3 and thinking, my bad. I did lose it. But anyway, I don't have anything else but this. So I'm just throwing this out there right now just to get rid of it. And then wait for tomorrow. And I actually won. That's funny. But I already showed you the store for that anyway. So let's head over to Capsule. Capsule, I've done that already. This is how you get this. Essentially, you just show up every day and you get it. And you just end up with free stuff. Wait. It's super simple to do this. You just head to a weapon that is really low. We're doing this slowly over time. So, bam. Okay, so that counts, and then you back out of there, and then level up hunters, which I have to do anyway. You see, that's 17k is a lot to level up your hunters, you dog. Now, obviously, what you want to do is you want to get everybody strong enough at a point that you can start countering elements. I definitely want to get Lee up here eventually. I actually took her gear off her, so I have to put her gear back on her. And the same thing with Wu, because obviously he's an elemental counter. I don't think I have anybody else. Actually, I do. I have Park. I just got Park too. And she's not bad. Actually, she's a pretty fun unit, so I'm about to get her built up as well. And I also have Anna, who's not bad as well to build eventually, but there's no reason to because I already have Nam, and like I said, Nam the cheat code. Nam just say don't play. Y'all don't get to play, so no. And we're not doing special draw obviously because we're not summoning on them. So you just come in. It's worth doing. And you know, bam. Pretty lit. This is just, you know, stuff to craft his weapon, some currency items, and some things to level up. We get a preview on him, which I can do real quick. The weapon growth and bonus time is just minor events. Alright, so this is his normals. This is his E, which he ends up like a berserk mode. This is his Q. And of course, you just always want to make sure that you keep the E and do that because it's going to stun a little bit and buff him. His cooldowns are pretty good, so I can see him with a cooldown build being really interesting. Now, what I don't like about that is it hits like maybe in a 90-degree angle. Everything around you gets to hit you, and you see that. I'm fighting them right now. He hit everything like in that vicinity where all the enemies are right now, but everybody over here, right here behind him, he didn't hit him. And all the enemies are just sitting there looking at you. That gets you wrecked. So I'm not a fan. I think he's cool looking.
This is the white tiger's power.
Like, he's badass looking. He's amazing looking. I'm just not a fan of his ultimate. That made me just not want to use him. Like, I was like, who's next? Who can I summon for somebody else, please? Dang, it's taking a long time, yo. I'm saying. And you have weapon growth, which obviously building things will get you all these goodies, and it's very useful, so you just might as well just do it. Missions aren't that hard, and as you can see, just simply playing the game and leveling your gear up will get you those items. And then you have bonus time, which is basically the stuff that you get from the battle pass right here. And finally, last but not least, I've been talking an hour. This took a long time. The in-depthness is the summon system. The summon system carries over. This is the same 32 I had from the previous banner. I am not going to be doing anything on this banner right now, which is why I have 3 tickets sitting there left over right now. And this is just forever. You essentially get to pick anything out of this list right here. And you see the 2 popular characters right here. 2 characters I was talking about, the 2 that I ended up actually getting, which is just amazing. And then everybody else is just kind of like, you know, if you get them, you get them. Eventually, I would like to get this homeboy right here. Eventually. But I'm more concerned with getting this dagger, because this dagger just is new, just was added. And more dupes of the sword that I use, because it's an amazing sword. And eventually, I would like to get this, the Huntsman rifle, I guess. Which is not too important. And obviously, I want 2 dupes of the characters that I use. So that's why they are just religiously there all the time. And yeah. And I'm not going to do anything now because I don't know what's going to happen global, if this is going to change or not. So I just might as well just keep my currency that I have chilling right now. So yeah. That is all I got for you guys right now. Hope you enjoyed this in-depth look. I pretty much went over every damn thing and talked for a damn hour. Not that I'm upset about that or anything else like this. I know somebody's gonna complain, it made the video too long. And then when I don't do stuff like this, people are like, you just did 10 minutes, you didn't tell me nothing. Like, so I can't win majority of the time. So I just do what I want. But yeah. Hopefully this breaks it down so anybody who wants to come into the game, they can just see everything, basically how I got here, and they'll feel comfortable in what they want to do. Reroll for what you want, by the way, in the beginning. The game is so easy to reroll in the beginning. So just if you want to get your perfect start, just do it. It makes things a whole lot easier. The stuff will come out eventually, but it's a whole lot easier if like you start with a good weapon and a good SSR, like on one of those 2 SSRs that I showed, Emma or a Cell. So you start with one of those 2, you good. Catch you guys later. Peace.